right. All right. Okay, we got at least one. Hey, what's up, Black Reality? Welcome. Oh, by the way, I think I left the link in the email. If you want to join in, either now or later on, you can. All right, we got 4 people watching. Let's see if we can get more people. All right. It's been a while since I've done live streams. Oh, we already got 6 likes. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification bell. I know people I've been hearing that people have not been getting notifications. To deal with that, make sure that you unsubscribe, but then resubscribe and re-hit that like button. Re-hit that notification, and you might be able to get hopefully notifications. Triple Darkness, Public Enemy #1. Welcome to my channel. It's been a while. Oh, it's also been a while. JMJ2121. What's up? Yes, what's good? JDAWG and live chat. Yes. We got 7 people watching. 7 people watching. That's great. And I'm hoping more will come in. I did send emails. J DAWG, forgive me if I pronounce it wrong. Anetta B, what's up? Hey, what's up? All right, we got more people watching. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Everyone, also make sure what helps me out, share the video, share the live stream, hit that like button, share the live stream. Go to y'all. You can, if you want to, open another tab and share the live stream onto your social media, your emails, people's emails to whoever is interested. Abdullah bin Baden at TV. It's been a while since I heard from you. Oh, what's tonight's topic? Well, we got a lot of topics. We got the election. We got, the whole thing with Ice Cube. You want my email? Yes, only if you want to give it to me, JMJ. Only if you wanted to give it to me, you can put it on the chat room. And if you don't want me to keep it there too long, I'll delete it. I just need the live stream. So if you want me to invite you into the stream, I can give you a link. I might put the link in the chat room as well. Might. The only reason why I prefer putting it in emails, trustworthy emails, is because I don't want to put it in the chat and then some troll clicks on it and tries to come in. So, but yep. All right, I guess we got enough people here. I guess we can get started. So, okay. All right. Thank you for the email. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. I have a contacts list. I'm going to save it. And also, if you want me to invite you later on, or even better now, I will give you the link to invite you to the matter of fact. I think hold on. Let me see. Oh, looks like we got a guest already here. I just gotta let him in. Hope I'm doing this. Hey, LB, what's up?
What's up, JDAWG, man? Appreciate you for having me on, homie.
All right. I'm gonna help to see if JN wants to get in, so I'm gonna give him a link. To the let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to give him a link. Oh dang! Don't tell me I lost his email. Let's see here. Okay. Oh wait, here it is. Yeah. I'm gonna see if he wants to come in. So I'm gonna send him a link to come in. All right. So yeah, click on that link. It JM JMJ2121 if you want to come on in. If not, that's okay. But I will send you the link. All right. So since you're here, LB, we was hoping for some other people. So today's topics, we're going to talk about the election. That's one of the big topics. We're going to talk about the Ice Cube situation. You still there?
Yeah. Just listen to you get your stuff
we're gonna
off.
talk about the Ice Cube situation. I mean, if we're gonna talk about the election, we're gonna basically talk about the Ice Cube thing. So yeah. Black Reality TV, if you want to come in, I'll give you a link as well. I might put the link in the chat room. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm just gonna put the link in the chat room as well. So anyone that wants to come in, the link is in the chat room now. All right. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes. We're going to talk about the election. Matter of fact, let's start with the election. I was hoping to get Town Business because I did email him. If you have his email, and try to email him as well. If you can get in contact with him, just tell him that I'm live right now. I did send him an email that I just started the live stream because he wanted to come in. So hopefully he didn't forget. But well, actually, let's start with another topic. A topic first. Let's talk about, since you here. Let's talk about that Attorney General over in Kentucky, Daniel. Daniel Cameron. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen. Let's see here.
Oh, yeah, the Kentucky Fried Coon right there, man.
Yes. Right here. So, yes. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we get started, JML2121 is here. How you doing? Welcome to the live stream.
What's going on, man? JDAWG, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? We're getting ready for our first topic. So we're going to start with Daniel Cameron because some interesting news has came up. Let's start with the fact that he's now getting death threats for what he did in the trial of Breonna Taylor, to the point where now he is getting security after serious credible threats to him and Mitch McConnell's family. Well, his family, but he's connected with Mitch McConnell. So, but I'm going to read the article first, and then I'm going to hear y'all your points about it. All right, so let's start with from CNN. This article, let me see it was written by Taylor Romine of CNN. All right, so Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron will have armed security through the end of the year after he receives threats to his safety, according to documents from his office. Now, I'm going to admit, I do not condone violence. I do support self-defense, but I do not condone aggressive violence if you're not the defender but the aggressor. But let's just say this is karma coming to Daniel Cameron for his botched case with Breonna Taylor. But back to the article. The government contract review committee approves the attorney general's request for security after he receives several serious credible threats to the attorney general's health, welfare, safety. In other words, he's now crying like a little baby. Like I said, this is karma coming to him, according to the documents. The contact track is a retroactive from August 26th to December 31st, 2020. It was approved up to $3,000. That low amount of money. Well, that's not the only bad news for Daniel Cameron. I forgot to find the article, but I did. I think you talked about it, LB, but I found out that the judge has decided to side with the people to allow the grand jury to speak up about the case. So what do you think about that?
Man, I'm telling you right now, that is a huge L for Daniel Cameron, right? And just like I talked about earlier today, and I talked about this in subsequent videos when it comes to this Daniel Cameron individual, right? When you had this particular case, right? When it comes to the grand jury and how the grand jury operates, the key element in all that is secrecy, right? So when Daniel Cameron gets to, because remind you, for those of you who don't know how grand juries work, basically you got the prosecutor, you got the people on the panel. That's it. There's no defense attorney, there's no judge, there's no witnesses, no nothing. It's just the prosecutor and the members of the grand jury. So the prosecutor can basically massage his way to the result he wants. Because this is the thing, if he really wanted to go after those cops, he would have gone after them, but he didn't.
No, he didn't.
As a front to, and then after he got done, he basically was like, well, you can't say nothing about this. And then he holds a press conference talking about, well, he did everything he could and he did a thorough job. Now, mind you, the no-knock warrant was filed under false pretenses. So how in the fuck can you do a good job when, how the hell you do a thorough job?
They already had the guy
filed under false pretenses, huh?
Yeah, they already had the guy in custody. And he was revealed to be the ex-boyfriend of Breonna Taylor. But here's the thing. Even he had the honor when they tried to get him to say that she was involved. Being a criminal, he at least had the honor of saying, I ain't going to do that. All right, I broke up with this girlfriend, but I'm not going to get back at her like that. So even he, the criminal, had the honor of saying, no, I'm not going to help the cops out with this situation. And yeah, because they said that and here's the thing, they said that they monitored Breonna Taylor and Kenneth Walker. And then they said that that when they finally came over, they said that they alerted the police that they identified as police officers. And Daniel Cameron only picked the one witness that said that, yes, they identified as police officers, but here's the problem. The 12 other people said, no, that's not true. Either 12 people were lying or that one person was so pro-police, he was lying. But yet, because Daniel Cameron wanted the witness that was going to help in favor of the police. And it was a no-knock warrant, by the way, for those of you who don't know. A no-knock, don't even have to identify who they are. They can just bust in and you don't open the door. You don't have to open the door from them, but they can still bust in. They'll use like a ram or something like that to just slam in the door and you won't even know. That's why Kenneth Walker thought that. And another thing is they were wearing plain clothes. So how was Kenneth Walker was able to identify them as police officers if they didn't even identify as police officers and they were wearing regular clothes? So he had to do what a true man would do, and is defend the household. Unfortunately, it was not enough to save Breonna Taylor. Now,
but this is the thing though, JDAWG. So about that, right? That dude was approached multiple times. The first time they approached this individual, the cops asked him, "Hey, you heard the cops announce themselves when they entered the house?" The first time he said no, right? So what they did was, like they do with anybody else, they end up digging in dirt on this individual, and they keep calling him. They kept calling him and calling him, and got to the point where it was like, they probably was like, "Hey, we know that you got these we got these warrants out against you, but we can make this go away if you just agree to say that you heard the police announce themselves when they knocked on the door." So basically, after enough prodding and cajoling and all that, a month later, he made the statement that he heard the police knock. Now, mind you, 12 other people, like you said no, they didn't, even including the boyfriend. But we're going to believe the one guy who just happened to hear, right? He was the flying cockroach on the wall that night, that he heard the police announce themselves when they came in the door. Now, let's talk about the ballistics report, right? That ballistics report that ballistics report came back and said that the bullet that hit that one police officer in the leg did not come from Kenneth Walker's gun. It did not make that conclusion that it came from Kenneth Walker's gun. And then let's also talk about this, JDAWG. There was no drugs in the house, no money was found, right?
Right.
There was all kinds of stuff wrong with this case.
In other words, they pressured that witness to say that they identified, and also if Kenneth Walker's gun did fire. So in other words, it was just a warning shot to say, "Hey, you're not going to come in here without a fight." Now, JMJ2121, I'll let you. Do you have anything to say about this?
Man, this is BS off the beginning, man. You know what I'm saying? Breonna Taylor was cleaner than a whistle. Everybody have their nose clean and all that, but you're still trying to catch the mofo. You know what I'm saying? When we go catch up Breonna, man, this is a BS off the top and then to the bottom. And Daniel Cameron, man, you need to be fired as AG.
Yes, or whenever. Yeah, or when they need to also they probably need to press charges on him for false some kind of fraud or whatsoever, or at least when he's up for re-election, because his position.
You talking about Daniel Cameron?
Yeah, Daniel Cameron at the Attorney General.
They need to go after that bastard for prosecutorial misconduct.
Yeah,
but even more importantly, they need to be legislators that pass that ends this whole notion of, we got to have a grand jury. The secrecy behind grand juries. Trial by jury isn't secret, so why the hell grand juries got to be secret? And the reason why is so that way, this way the prosecutors can come in and they can, basically manipulate the way the case they want to see, or they manipulate the way they want to see the case being handled.
That's exactly right.
But see, she wanted to tell the grand jury, you can tell the case. It's gonna be like Ray G on Living Single when she was on the grand jury and had about 8 or 9, 10 of them up there on Living Single up there, and she was the only one. But I guess the rest of them got pressured, threatened. What's it called, man? And that's messed up on that. That's messed up, real messed up. You know what I'm saying? But you got these cops out here that were found now guilty for shooting us black people, man. Not guilty for shooting us black people. We could go back to Emmett Till. We could go back to Rodney King and all the other cases there been. And that's BS, man. You try to shoot somebody because you want to shoot somebody because we got a dark skin color. Nah, no, it shouldn't work like that, but it is trying to work like that. And that's
Yeah,
be
that's
And,
a very unfortunate.
and
Yeah,
one more thing too. Look, they don't need no goddamn on grand jury. Did they need a grand jury when Kenneth Walker got arrested? No.
that's another thing. That is exactly right. They admit that Daniel Cameron Dart bastard. He admittedly pressed charges on Daniel Cameron, so he wasn't afraid to press charges. But we had to wait till a grand jury for 3 cops, and then only one of them, the one that got fired, got charged. But here's the even worse part: he didn't even get charged for the murder of Breonna Taylor. He got charged for what is called wanton endangerment because some of the bullets hit the other houses, and there happened to be white people in some of those houses. And that's why people are coming up with the term "the walls got more justice than Breonna Taylor."
Yeah, man, that right there was some crit because he wasn't the only one that fired that gun. He wasn't the only one that fired this gun. So how did he the only one get charged with wanton endangerment? Oh man, look, all 3 of them should have been charged with murder. Period.
Yeah. And then you have one of them with the nerve to want to sue for a defamation. You murdered someone. So now you want to sue because you felt like you've been defamed and stuff like that. And then another individual is trying to raise money on 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 GoFundMe and stuff like that.
Right. Man,
And another thing, many people are saying that the real reason why that she got killed was because of gentrification. The area that she lives, Louisville, Kentucky. There's the only real reason why I know about Louisville, Kentucky is because there's a wrestling promotion that's based there called Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Oh yeah,
But,
that's WWE.
It was their territory, but they left. Now they work with Impact Wrestling. But back to the real topic.
Yeah.
There's gentrification going on over there, and Breonna Taylor was among the few black families that said that they were going to stay there as much as possible. So many people believe that this was an assassination attempt to scare black people out of the neighborhood, and I believe it. That's how Nipsey Hussle got killed, because his area was being gentrified, and he wanted to fight against that. So they got that freaking informant to kill him. Yes, Kevin Wedderburn. Yeah, OVW. That's a Indies wrestling promotion that's based in that particular area.
Yeah, man. That and that goes back to. I know we talk about the election or whatever. I know you're gonna talk about the election, but I want to touch on this really quick, right? And I talked about this a lot on my channel, right? And we talked about this a lot, JDAWG. Kamala Harris got some nerve to speak Breonna Taylor's name, right? When she had a similar case with Patrice Richardson, right? Back in 2014, because if y'all don't know, Kamala Harris was the California Attorney General during the time of the Patrice Richardson case. Matter of fact, on 2 different occasions, Kamala Harris had the opportunity to go after those cops, and she basically pulled a 180 and a bait and switch and was like, "Well, there's nothing to see here." And she used Patrice Richardson's death as a political prop for her to be get reelected for California Attorney General, and again when she went up for the Senate.
Yes, I remember that. And that whole thing was that she all that was just how she's been able to gain power for years, which we'll talk about later on when we talk about the election as a whole. But yeah, that's the thing. But now karma is coming for people like Daniel Cameron. If only karma was also going to come to those cops. That's who who also needs to have karma, is those 3 cops, those murder cops. But their karma will come eventually. But right now, Daniel Cameron is the one he's basically taking the fall guy. We also know the other reason why, because of Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump, or should I say, Bitch McConnell and Ronald McDonald Trump. You see, Donald Trump, now that what's her name, Ginsburg, is dead, they're trying to put a new person so that the conservatives and Republicans can have a 6-3 favorable judicial Supreme Court. That's why they got that Amy Barrett. But before she was picked, it turned out Daniel Cameron was also in favor at that spot. And as you know, Cameron also has a fiance, this white woman who happens to be the granddaughter of the current majority Senate leader, Mitch McConnell, or should I say Bitch McConnell. So they were hoping that together they would try. He was hoping that he was trying to get a position. He'd be the third black man to be in the Supreme Court, because they already have another black man, Clarence Thompson, and before him, Thurgood Marshall. And then Trump was like, "Nah, I'm going to pick this woman instead." So unless, of course, they decide to expand the Supreme Court, only 9 judges can fit in there. So he will have to wait until the next Supreme Court justice, regardless, is out of that Supreme Court. But he was so hoping that he would be picked. That was the real reason why. And he not to mention he spoke at the RNC highly in favor of Donald Trump, and also to help make sure that his fiance, who could be grandfather-in-law in the case, gets reelected for the Senate. So that's why he was at the RNC. But now everything is starting to crumble down on him when he thought everything was coming for him.
Yeah, so Daniel Cameron had time to swirl it up at a reception. Now, mind you, he the only black dude at the goddamn reception, right?
Yeah.
And he was, that thing was posted on Instagram, and they were so blissfully in love, right? So he had time to do that. He had time to be at a Republican National Convention where, and the unmitigated gall of him, for him to even speak her name, right? Talk about we can find just for Breonna Taylor. Get the fuck, man.
You was not
out of here. Anyway, so he had time to do all that, but yeah, he ain't got no time to be out there to find the justice for Breonna Taylor. And mind you, he had like 87 people arrested that was outside of his house. Because remember, they protested outside of his house.
Yep. He
got all those people arrested. Did he need the goddamn grand jury to arrest those 87 people? No.
Nope. No, he didn't. And one of them was actually a star of, I think, one of those Desperate Housewives shows.
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One. Yeah. He didn't.
And another one was a football player. I think his name was Kenny Stills. I think he got arrested too.
Yeah. See, all of a sudden it was so easy to arrest, but we all know the real reason why. Now before I get off this topic and go to the next topic, do you have anything to add, J2121?
Nah, y'all said it best, man. It's BS what we had to go through, but because of the white folks say they get a slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? A slap on the wrist, 2 or 3 months probation, or 24 hours community service if they really did that. But they probably, if they had jobs or anything, they had the money for it. And that's BS. But salute to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
LB.
Okay. Now, before we continue, I want to say shout out to some other people who have just at least are in the super chat. Boxing Brain 187. We just mentioned you, Kevin Wedderburn. And I just put back in on the link. Anyone who wants to come in the live stream, the link to come in the live stream is in the chat room. Also, if y'all want me to give y'all email to send in the live stream there, just give me your email if you're willing. And so now we're going to get off this topic. So now, since you're here, since you're a boxing fan, LB, let's talk about Lomachenko's defeat by Lopez, or should I call him Vasily Homo Skanko? And then let's talk about Paulie Malignaggi's karma because of that defeat. The one who was saying that Eastern Europeans were going to take over. That's a lie. What do you think about that?
Man, the Matrix got canceled. That's what I think about that. Because you know these boxing pundits, man. It's just when I looked at that fight and I was like, what's so special about this dude? There's nothing special about Lomachenko. It was like, these people out here, coming up with all the. I mean, they reached for the stars when it came to this dude, man. This dude, they were saying that he was the best thing since Muhammad Ali. He was the Matrix, and everything he does is so special, yada yada yada. And then he get pieced up. He goes out there and loses. Now, mind you, and then there was as much as I don't like Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, but there's no denying what Floyd Mayweather did in the ring. So how can a guy that got a loss on his record going into the fight be better than a guy that's never lost? And this guy's fought in way more fights.
Yeah, that don't make sense. JM, do you have anything to add about that?
And the worst part about it, LB and JDAWG, this mofo, I hate to say it, man. He won't throw it. He won't let go in his hands. He won't let go in his hands till about the 7th round. And Teofimo Lopez was teeing off on him. That's why he won that. He could have, in actuality, he could have had a knockout if he really, really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? That's why Lomachenko is all right, but you got these Johnny come lately Lomachenko fans. Oh, we got a new one. You ain't saying nothing about Tommy Morrison, did you? You said something about Tommy Morrison, but he got his high port whoop. He got sometimes he got his high port so whoop. He was addicted to drugs, but Lomachenko, he need to get it together. But should they put him out in the forefront, back in the forefront, like they did Joshua? You know what I'm saying? Put him back in the forefront, like Joshua Ruiz. You know what I'm saying? Joshua lost to the Ruiz, and then they gave him 4, 5, 6, 2 or 3 months off of that, and Doggo they went. And Joshua went with the Ruiz again. He played smart with that, but Lomachenko, he in actuality, he need to get it together. You know what I'm saying? You can't throw about no punches first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth rounds and expect to win. But the controversy about that, he tried to headbutt like Holyfield did used to do, and that's a mess up thing. Try to headbutt and tell him to stop the fight. The ref told him to stop that match, and they handled the cut. Then it was like 20 seconds in the 10 or 20 seconds in the second round, but in the 12th round, and then he was handling business, and that's how come he won. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then you have ESPN, and you got his promoter, Bob Arum, or do I prefer to call him Slob Arum? That's what I call him, Slob Arum. And not to mention that Timo Lopez and Terrence Crawford are being mistreated over at Top Rank, or should I prefer them as Top Skanks? But they wanted to favor this Eastern European, even though that Eastern Europeans was the real reason why HBO boxing no longer exists.
I think that's HBO. But I'm gonna tell you this though, the main commentator of that story, shout out to Dante and all them. And Andre Ward did it. Andre Ward did it, count them cards too. You know what I'm saying? Andre Ward. I said, what? Andre Ward called it a draw. I said, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Andre Ward, man. And Timothy Bradley at least said a little bit of something. But they couldn't find out. They said they tried to get Timothy Bradley to tell Teofimo players to Doug Haney. I said, Lord have mercy. I said, man, what the world of sports coming to, man. Everything else, man.
That's why the old media is dying. Now, before we continue, we got another guest coming in. I just brought him in. Jalen, the man of God. So, hey, what's up?
Oh, not much. Listen to Most Def.
Okay. We're just talking about the boxing match that happened between Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko. Did you watch the fight or do you know anything about boxing? Not saying you don't or not.
Nah, I ain't watched boxing, but Tyson Fury, he cheated.
Yes, and now we also know that he's trying to get out of the third match. Yeah, that coward that wants to mess with his gloves. Now he's trying to cower out of the December fight so he can go to Anthony Joshua and then try to take his belts away and become undisputed through cheating.
Yeah. So look, we all know what Tyson Fury tried to do, man. You know, and just this point is disgusting. You know, this dude should be kicked the fuck out of boxing. Period. You know.
Yes.
But you already know the WBC ain't trying to do nothing about this, man. If anything, they're gonna prop this guy up as the champ and all that. If I'm Wilder, I win that belt back, man. I'm throwing that shit in the trash, man.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get off to boxing. Oh, hey, XA Garchin 23, what's up? If you want to come on in, the link is in the comment section. All right, so we're gonna get on to our next topic.
Hey, JDAWG, for 1 second. I want to talk about what happened to that dude in Chicago got killed. He's a rapper. You go ahead, talk. Go ahead.
Okay, I guess we can add topics, but I do want to get on to this one topic I wanted to bring up. Good thing. I want to talk about how white supremacy is actually costing this country money. So we're going to look into this article right here. The cost of racism. The U.S. economy has lost $16 trillion because of discrimination. So basically, being racist towards black people is actually hurting the country financially. If they start giving us reparations and treat us better and help us, this country will actually prosper. But no, they would rather see this country fall just so they can see us mistreated. So let me read the article real quick. Nationwide protest has cast a spotlight on racism and inequality in the United States. Now a major bank has put a price tag on how much the economy has lost as a result of discrimination against African Americans, meaning us, Black Americans. $16 trillion. And I think Terrain Wayne was talking about this. Maybe he said that this should be the amount of reparations money, or maybe even more, should be given to us in reparations. And this is from the CDC group that estimated the economic loss. Since 2000, U.S. gross domestic product lost lost that much as a result of discriminatory practice in a range of areas, including in education and access to business loans. According to a new study by CDC Group, it is not an insignificant number. By comparison, U.S. GDP totaled 19.5 trillion last year, and not acting to reverse discriminatory practice will continue to exact a cost. In other words, this country being racist against black people is actually destroying this country and will make it Babylon. So keep yelling the N-word, white racists. Keep denying us business loans. Keep locking us up for no reason, and your country will financially collapse.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this,
Karma.
J-Dawg. J-Dawg, I'm gonna say this one time. LB, you think you do a video about JP Morgan Chase?
Yeah, I did do a video about JP Morgan Chase or whatever like that. I gotta read that article about what JDAWG talked about, because I didn't see that article yet.
Okay.
All right. Let me see if I can put the link in the chat room. Or you can just look up
Also racism.
Yes, it's about racism, the U.S. cost, but I'm gonna put the link.
U.S. economy lost $16 trillion because of racism.
Yep, a lot of money.
Because of this.
Just all the fact that they were being racist bastards.
Hey, right. I always say $20 trillion when it comes to reparations.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. A lot of people are saying amounts of stuff. Either way, we need some kind of economics. I'm going to try to continue this article, maybe just a little bit longer. All right.
And that's another thing, JDAWG. When we talk about reparations and all that, right? And then I'm hearing these motherfuckers out here trying to tell us how we should spend the money. No, you let us decide how we spend the money, right?
Yeah, it's not your money, it's our money.
It is not your place to sit up here and try to tell us how we should spend the money that we get from reparations. You don't have no dominion over me to be telling me what I should do with my money. Man, look, you get out my pockets, you do what you do with your pockets.
And that's why they don't want to give us no money. All right, I want to continue with this article. We believe we have responsibility to address current events and to frame them with an economic lens in order to highlight the real cost of long-standing discrimination against minority groups, especially against Black people, and particularly in the U.S., wrote Raymond J. McGuire, a vice chairman at the bank and at the chairman of its banking, capital markets, and advisory team. Wall Street itself has also faced accusations for years of discriminatory practice against African Americans, such as limiting approval for mortgages or not providing enough banking options in minority neighborhoods, which are among the damning actions identified by CDC Group researchers. Specifically, the studies came with $16 trillion in lost GDP by noting four key racial gaps between African Americans and whites, 13 trillion lost and potential business revenue because of discriminatory leading to African American entrepreneurs, which estimate 6.1 million jobs not generated as a result, $2.7 trillion in income lost because of disparate and waging suffering by African Americans, 28 billion lost over the past 2 decades because of discrimination in providing housing credits, and $90 billion to $113 billion in a lifetime income loss from discrimination in accessing higher education. As a result, the CDC urges a slew of actions to reverse discriminatory practice and boost GDP over the next 5 years, which they're not going to do. They're going to still continue to be racist, and they're going to still cause the country to collapse just because they want to be freaking racist. They would rather see this country fall to the ground than give black people wealth, including the addressing the wage gap suffered by African Americans and promoting diversity at the top with banks and companies. CDC's recommendations aren't new. Virology studies have shown similar findings, and experts have called for similar action for years, though so far progress has been slow. All right, I'm going to not end the sharing of my screen, so I'm going to let everyone have their opinion on the situation. We'll start with you, Jalen. Do you have anything to say about this?
Man, that's messed up. Yeah, yeah, but what's your thoughts about these modern day rappers, on the modern day of KKK?
Oh, we'll talk about that in another time. Right now, we want to talk about the
Okay,
CDC group.
the group, are they in the white supremacist group?
No, the CDC group is the people that record the finances and stuff like that. They're the ones that are actually reporting to say that discrimination is hurting the country financially. They were the ones that said it, and they want something done about it. They want us to start this country to start treating black people better, because they believe now that we have to start treating black people better, or we're going to lose a lot of money and the country is going to be financially broke just because we called a black person the N-word too many times.
Yeah, so they don't like us. Look, the whole fabric of this country is built on racism, right? And this goes to a larger problem that we got right now in this country, because racism only from the financial aspect, that's just one piece of it, right? Whenever I think about racism and in America, I think of it as an oak tree, right? You can't cut off one branch while ignoring the other branches because it just continues to grow out. Like, you got issues with from the financial aspect, from the economic aspect. Hell, the way the races were portrayed in textbooks when we went through school and all that, right? So you basically have to destroy the very fabric of this country, and they're gonna continue to the dominant society can continue to have or maintain their grip on power, right?
Yeah,
but
unfortunately,
the more we push this equality, the more that we push the black agenda and all that, they can't ignore that. They can only ignore that for so long.
that is correct.
And it's even harder. It's hard to fight white supremacy, but it's even harder when you got a black bootleg out there caping for them. Every time we try to push the black agenda, here they are propping up some bootleg like clockwork. Y'all need to stop all this protesting. Y'all need to go to church, and y'all need to sing Kumbaya and all this other type of shit.
Yeah, they don't know that we're fighting for a cause, but they want to always disrupt the cause. JMJ 2121, do you have anything to say about this?
Man, it's messed up right here, man. We can't eat doggone walk the streets and walk our dog, or drive a car to go get some groceries or something like that, or nothing like that, because they try to interfere in our purpose in life. You know what I'm saying? Purpose in life, or rent, or getting lights getting paid, cable getting paid. We just want to pay our bills and go home. You know what I'm saying? Pay our bills and go home. Go get groceries and go home. Walk our dog and go home, man. And this is the messed up part about that. A part about it. You know what I'm saying? And this kind of depresses me. What we have to do, and try to stand up to these white supremacists and others, man, and to the bootlickers too. Like LB said, man, they want to do this and want to do that. so they destroy us good fellas up in here. That's all we try to do is pay our bills, go home, go to work, pay bills, and go home. And some people with checks who pay bills and go home. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's
All right, we're about to get on to the next topic. Now, Jalen, you brought up a topic about the rappers. Would you like to bring up that topic?
Yeah, that dude named FPG Doug, he got killed by someone. I told you before, I hate drill music. What's your thoughts on that about drill music, JDAWG?
You talk about the trap music, the new age retard music and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not really feeling today's rap music. It's just extremely terrible. I want to talk about a topic that I recently talked about. There's this woman by the name of Suki Hana, and then you have this gay black dude named Salsi Santana, or should I say Salsi Santanic. They created this retarded song called Food Stamp Hose. And I was like, what?
What the fuck?
You food stamp hose. So basically, it's a
Oh
song
hell
about
no!
them wanting to have sex for food stamps. Sukihana was
Wow!
the same Sukihana that was cheering on Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's WAP video and stuff like that, and all kinds of stupid stuff. And they got called out for that video and called her out.
Justifiably so. That's see, when you got that kind of stuff going on, man, there's no wonder we can't go anywhere. And I think that's by design.
It's designed by these racist music record labels.
Yeah, and these racist music record labels and all these and people out there that don't know what's going on, don't know that they're being played, don't know that all they use is being they just use as being props and all that whatnot. I mean, it's just I don't I ain't no fan of that type of music neither, man. All these slow talking motherfuckers sound like they got Down syndrome and shit. And and this man, I'm just not a fan of that, man. Whatever happened. See, back in the day, you actually had to have talent to get signed.
Yep.
Now they just throw anybody on a fucking record.
Yep. That's the unfortunate part. And they all sound the freaking same. That's why I call it new age retards. Like that bitch, Takashi Snitch 9, who got his butt kicked recently. He had to go to the hospital because he's getting his butt kicked because, he's a snitch and he's a pedophile.
Man, fuck Snitch 9. Goddamn culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? Hey, JDAWG. Hey, while we at it, hey, I'm doing the on my channel, I'm coming up with 2020 Coon Awards, right? You know what I'm saying? So I got 3 categories so far. Obviously, Coon of the Year, Most Viral Coon Moment, and Best Culture Vulture. So I'm gonna need your input. I'm gonna hit you up behind the scenes, and hey, what kind of categories we can have for this Coon Award show? It's going down in December.
I can also add politician coon. I should also add news anchor coon, so you can get talk show host coon, so you get people like Gail King, or should I say Stale King or Fail King, so she can be nominated.
Oh yeah, Angela Bassenhound will definitely be on that list.
Yes, and then whatever category that you can put Amanda Seals in, because she's been talking a lot of trash lately on social media. Matter of fact, unfortunately, I'm going to have to destroy people's ears by the stupidity of as soon as I can find it. I wish I don't find it. Oh, sad news, I found it. So I'm going to start sharing my screen again as soon as I can. All right. Yep.
Big JDAWG, man. What happened to these, man? We used to have conscious rap back in the 80s.
They shut it down. The record labels wouldn't sign the artists. That's why now the only place you can find conscious rap is on social media on YouTube. There's one guy by the name of his YouTube channel is called Wake Up the Black Nation. He got some independent music. I know Tariq Rashid has his Meek Slide, that's R&B. So right now you got a lot of good independent artists that's coming up. Oh, hey, what's up? Back to business. If you want to come in, the link is in the comment section. But yeah,
back to the basics. Yeah, it's the she's straight, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got your topic too. Back to basics.
Also, JDAWG, you know who disrespected George Floyd's death? That clown ass nigga named Blueface. I just want to tell you that part.
Man,
okay, all right. You know, I just that's another problem. You got people just disrespecting the dead and stuff. Yeah, people disrespecting George Floyd. Now, I may have my issues with Megan Thee Stallion, but I'm glad she called out Daniel Cameron. Yeah, Daniel Cameron needed to call out. But unfortunately, all the other stupid stuff, yeah, that's the problem. That's just like as bad as Charles Barkley saying that Kenneth Walker should not shoot at the cop. But Kenneth Walker was defending himself. All right, that's the thing. That's what Charles Barkley does not. I know he's not an entertainer. I mean, a music artist. But the thing is, Kenneth Walker was trying to defend his house.
And that just goes to show how ignorant Charles Barkley is. Because had he done his research, the ballistic report, like we said, came back, and the gun that hit that police officer in the leg did not come from Kenneth Walker's gun. So what the fuck is Supreme Butter Biscuit Eater talking about?
Yep. Now, let's see, am I doing this right? Now, I wanted to bring up Amanda Seales since we're at it. Look what Amanda Seales said. She said, I don't want to hear no more S about reparations, Black Agenda, Kamala as the AG, the 1994 crime bill. We got to focus on the now and get out of here. But yet you want to focus on Ronald McDonald Trump's past, and she got called out about it to the point where you can't even post any comments.
Oh, because it's easy to talk your shit and swallow that spit, but it's hard to when someone calls you on your boat, man. Fuck Amanda Seales, man. See, that's the thing about these goddamn entertainers and celebrities. We don't need them. They need us. They need us to listen to their platforms. They need us to buy their music, watch their games, all that shit. We don't fucking need them. Bitches like her need to be fucking canceled. Because you know who else did the same shit? You know who else said that same shit? Ava DuVernay. Ava DuVernay, yeah. She went on another Instagram diatribe one back a few months ago when she was like, well, I heard your concerns about Kamala Harris and all the things she's done, but I don't care. You need to shut up and get out to the polls and vote. Bitch, who the fuck is you to sit up there and tell people what they need to do? You don't got no dominion over nobody. Who the hell is you? But you know what? When you're running around here with that stanky ass Oprah Winfrey, the Mammy Supreme herself, and Angela Bassett Hound, Gail King, then I'm pretty sure your pussy gonna get a little bit wet when you run around here talking your shit. Sorry about that, J-Dawg. But when I get mad,
yeah. And now here's another topic. Here's something else. Now I want to show you. Gonna play this video quick from the Seal herself. So here's what she said.
Now. And 3,
all right, hold on.
Fucking saying that I'm a non-foundational Black person. Y'all keep trying to come up with ways to undermine the validity of my voice, and I'm really tired of it. I was born in America. My mother is from Grenada. My father is from Boston. I am the descendant of chattel slavery in the West Indies in America. I don't need to keep explaining this, but I'm gonna do it this one last time because I'm really fucking tired of it. I'm also a fucking genius. So there's a couple different reasons here why I should be listened to. 1, because I'm smart like a motherfucker.
No, you're not.
Because I am the descendant of ancestors.
That's debatable.
They're trying to undo right now. And 3, because I'm an authentic motherfucker and I speak from the heart every goddamn time. Now,
you're a moron.
You're fake.
Otherwise, can go suck a bag of dicks. Because you're has no merit because it is not grounded in anything.
She's talking about what she did in order to get a job.
She's phony. She's fake. That's the type of people I hate.
Her ethnicity is multiracial.
Bro, that was so stupid.
Yep. Yeah. And we're going to talk about more about the celebrities when we talk about the election, and when we're going to talk about the big topic that everyone's wants to talk about. But first, I'm going to unshare my screen real quick because we're not to get to everyone's. Actually, we're going to combine the topics because we're going to talk about what everyone has been talking about: the election and Ice Cube, and more on these celebrities and the election. So, as you know, in 2 weeks, the election happens between Jim Crow Joe and Ronald McDonald Trump.
Sloppy Joe Biden. That's right, baby.
Bro, JDAWG, that election ain't gonna change nothing. What they doing that now?
Yeah. So basically, it's 2-0, and as you know, the debate is supposed to happen this Thursday, their final debate. So a rule has now been added that if you talk out of turn, you get your mic cut, which is what they should have done in the first debate.
All right.
All right. So, yeah, as you know, Jim Crow Joe is leading because Donald Trump, or should I say Ronald McDonald Trump, the man-child in chief, keeps continuing. Oh, sorry.
Bunker boy.
Yeah. The orange man continues to just I can't stop laughing just thinking about this, how much of a joke this election is Ronald McDonald Trump keeps continuing to put his foot up his ass and just basically not do anything about the COVID-19 situation. The economy sinks. Everyone is dying from COVID, all because Orange Man couldn't Orange Man decided not to do anything about the pandemic. Now he's losing badly in the election. He is losing badly in the election. So what do y'all think about that? Anyone wants to bring up their 2 cents?
Yeah, I got 10 cents for this shit. Pardon my man, look. Why you think he trying to get that lady up in the Supreme Court? You know what I'm saying? It's like there's 3 reasons why he trying to get that lady up in Supreme Court. For one,
Amy
Coney Barrett.
Yeah, Amy Barrett.
Because remember back in 2016 when Anthony Scalia died and Obama tried to get his nominee up in there, what did Republicans say? Oh, well, you can't do that right now. We need to let the new president decide who the new Supreme Court justice will be. Then 4 years later, when Ruth Ginsburg passes away, and Kamala Harris, you're disgusting. Now, I'm gonna get to her in a minute, but when Ruth Ginsburg died, now they all of a sudden we got to get a new justice in there. The American people has trusted us to do our jobs, and I was like, you guys are some of the most hypocritical, narcissistic jackasses out there, man. So they got this woman in here. And we all know why, because it's designed to do 2 things. Well, actually 3 things. The first thing they want to do away with is Roe versus Wade. But more importantly, they want to do away with the Affordable Care Act, known as Obamacare, right? Because what's the big thing about Obamacare? Well, the thing with people with the pre-existing conditions and stuff like that. If they were to get rid of that, right? If they get rid of that, then insurance companies and can do 1 or 2 things. One, they can charge you an exorbitant amount of money, or if they give you coverage at all. So that's the whole thing about getting rid of Obamacare. And y'all gotta recognize dog whistle politics. When Donald Trump said, "Yeah, we're gonna repeal Obamacare, and we're gonna make it better," yeah, better for the insurance companies, not for us. It's gonna make it better for them. Dog whistle politics. Gotta listen. Y'all gotta listen out for the dog whistles. Another thing, and third reason is because Donald Trump has cooked up this conspiracy theory about all this massive voter fraud going on. Now, meanwhile, we're not going to talk about him committing voter fraud, but all this widespread voter fraud going on, right? So they're trying to get a Supreme Court justice in there so Trump can undermine the results of the election, and then he's going to try to take it to the Supreme Court and have the Supreme Court rule on the result of the election. This is textbook authoritarianism going on here in the United States. He's putting the rule of law, he's putting the democracy in jeopardy with the actions that he's taking right now.
In other words, he wants to turn this country to a fascist nation. Basically, he wants to rig the system so that people's votes be undermined. He wants to create a fascist nation. He wants this to be a fascist nation. He doesn't want this. Well, it barely was a democracy to begin with. He wants a fascist government, meaning that the president has all the power. He wants to create a presidency where the president has more power than that the presidency or political power has more power than the government itself, and then and wants to destroy any people's hope of free will, meaning he wants to get rid of what it means to be a democracy. So anyone else have anything to say about that?
Hey, there's another thing too. And there's another thing too. I know y'all heard this a minute ago. They already got Brett Kavanaugh up in there joint too. Remember Brett Kavanaugh? But they try to get him on the sexual harassment charge on the lady, and the lady was scared to doggone speak like he was doggone scared of Brett Kavanaugh. You know what I'm saying? He already got one. You can't have another one, so you can get away with that stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're trying to make a Supreme Court that is favored towards Republicans, corporate business, racist, and conservatives. And you got to remember, and it's not just the Supreme Court, it's all these federal courts, these district courts, federal courts that the president appoints and then the Senate approves. These are life-term positions, meaning they will be years before they can reverse any put new people in or reverse any damage that they may cause while they're in the courts. So that's why if Joe Biden does not win, that's what's going to happen with the courts for the next. And it won't be, even if Trump eventually leaves office, those court justices, if they are still there, will still be there for a long time. That's why Trump is picking young, healthy, and well protected, meaning that if the guards are not there, the judges can protect themselves. Well protected Supreme Court justice, meaning, and he's trying to make sure that there's nothing on them, squeaky clean as well, or that they can hide things that so they don't get into a position that can find a way to remove the judge. Okay,
it's going to take an act of Congress to remove a judge from the post or whatever like that.
What's going to have to happen is if the Democrats, when they get their power back, what's going to have to happen is they have to fill up the seats that are still remain open. They'll have to expand the court system, meaning that they're going to have to add more districts for more judges, and also they're going to have to add more Supreme Court, meaning that instead of 9 judges, they'll put like maybe 11 or 15 or 25 if they wanted to go that far. So expand the Supreme Court and pack it with liberal or Democratic leaning, civilian leading, non-racist leading Supreme Court justice, and then see if they can get rid of some of the conservative ones and replace them with with more judges like that, I said lean towards the Democrats and stuff, because right now with the Republicans having both the White House and the Senate, they can put more conservative judges. So even if the Democrats win the House, the Senate is who appoints the people. Trump picks the people, and the Senate approves them. And this ain't just court judges. This is who decides U.S. Attorney Generals, Secretary of Defenses, Secretaries of States, and stuff like that. That's who the Senate helps the president approve. So Democrats have to at least take one of those places away this election so that Trump can appoint no more people. Now, anyone else have anything to say about that?
Yeah, so man, I can go on and on and on about that, man. Let's talk about. I want to talk because another element in that too, right? Now, when they got asked, both Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, right? When they got asked, hey, are y'all going to expand the Supreme Court or whatever like that? And they didn't answer the question, that tell you right there they're going to expand the Supreme Court as soon as they take power.
Yeah. Anyone else? Jalen, JMJ 2121. Do you have anything to say about this?
That was definitely true. What you said before. I agree.
Enough said, man. LB and JDAWG. That's it. They're trying to expand that. If they're trying to expand that to about what? How many they got? LB. How many judges they got in the Supreme Court justice right now?
9.
So what they trying to expand to?
Well, the rule is only 9 can be in. Right now, they really have 8 because they're just approving, just seeing if they're going to approve the lady.
Well,
now,
yeah, but hey, JDAWG, hey, there's no limit as to how many people they can be on the Supreme Court. I know there's like right now we got like 8, 9 appointments right now.
Yes.
Really
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay. So they can add as many people, and I think that's what Joe Biden.
I got a call coming in.
Yeah. I think that's what they're gonna do in order to counter Trump's evil and stuff like that. But yeah, right now they have 8. 3 are liberal, Democrat leading, and 5 are conservative / Republican leading. If they put this Amy Brett, what's her face in there, it's going to be 6 conservative leaning and only 3 liberal leaning. That's what's going to happen in the current Supreme Court if they approve this current lady. I guess we could talk about that. Another thing that people is talking about in the election is whether or not a stimulus check is going to get passed. So if the Republicans don't, if the people don't pass the stimulus check, there's going to be a lot of people losing their seats on November 3rd, especially a lot of senators. You see, because of Trump's stupidity, senators, including in deep red states, are at risk of losing their seats because they're losing to their Democratic challengers. So they really need to pass that stimulus in order to save their seats. But Mitch McConnell says screw them because he's winning. He's actually the only few senators that's actually winning. So if he probably most likely is favored to win. So he probably doesn't care even if his own colleagues lose their seats. He doesn't want to pass no stimulus check. So that's the unfortunate for those who are hoping on a stimulus check. Don't expect one anytime soon. And if you do get one, if Biden wins, you won't be getting one until February if they have control of both the House and Senate as well. All right, so yes, we talked about Ronald McDonald, Chump, and the fly man, Mike Pence. So let's talk about Joe and Kamala Harris, since LB wants to really talk about Kamala Harris. So what do you have to say about Kamala Harris, LB? LB, are you there?
Well,
Yeah, I got a phone call coming in. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah, give me well, y'all go ahead and talk. I'll come back. I'll come back on the back end.
So yeah.
And Kamala Harris, you know, and I heard some stuff from Tal Biz too, that she was terrible as a district attorney when it comes to us black people, man. When it came to us, you know what I'm saying? But doggone, when it came down to it, she didn't care about black people. She was the same one that said Tupac came in 1985.
I know Tupac was the early 90s to the mid 90s, because unfortunately the mid 90s was when he tragically got killed. So yeah, and she's saying Snoop Dogg was her favorite rapper and stuff, but she was in college in the late 80s. Snoop Dogg didn't have a career till the early to the mid 90s.
Yeah.
Mid 90s was when Snoop Dogg's career really started.
Yeah.
So this shows right there. She's go on,
continue. In 91, actually in 91, and actually with the deep cover.
Oh yeah, that's right, because he was Dr. Dre. He actually first started with Dr. Dre's first solo album, The Chronic. That's where Snoop Dogg actually started. It was in Dr. Dre's solo album, The Chronic, and and I think that song Deep Cover was for a soundtrack to a movie, I believe.
Yep, that was starring Larry Fishburne.
Oh yeah. So Kamala, that shows you right there that Kamala Harris is only doing that is because they're trying to blacken her up. But because for the past, she's identified as Asian because she is from, her family is from India, her mother's side. And her father, the black side, comes from her father, who is of Jamaican descent. So no way is she a representation of foundational Black Americans. Yes, she is considered Black, but half Black or barely Black because her father was biracial, half Black, half white. So she's barely has some Blackness in her. Yes, back to basics. Asian and Indians are considered Asian, but because India is part of Asia, but mostly they keep Indian separate from the rest of Asia and stuff like that. But India is part of Asia. But yeah, it's part of like maybe the western side of Asia. But yeah, that's the thing. And then she was locking up single mothers and parents and Black parents in general with that Truant law, which was if your kid skipped school, even if it was not the fault of the parent gets arrested. And I'm like, yes, you want our kids to not skip school, but you gotta arrest the parent. What if the parent didn't know the kid skipped school? Kids like to hide their troublemaking and not tell their parents what they're doing. Now, I know there are some parents that try to give kids an excuse to not come to school that day. But just to go around, and she was mainly targeting Black parents. Then she was messing around with the mayor and stuff. And then also no justice for Oscar Grant, which, by the way, I heard they're reopening that case with the Oscar Grant case. I heard they're reopening that because they said that more people should have gotten in trouble that were involved in that case. But all of a sudden, when she wants to become the vice president, they are now blacking her up.
Yep. Do something besides doggone set black folks up free. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff, and you know what I'm saying? Feel what I'm saying, JDAWG? You know.
And then also let's talk about. She said that she was fighting against the banks. No, you weren't, because if you was fighting against the banks, Steve Mnuchin should not become the state treasurer of Donald Trump. You didn't want Donald Trump to pick him, but you could have prevented that if you had prosecuted Steve Mnuchin. So, yeah, that's the thing. And creepy Joe Biden, let's talk about his evil. See, they want to focus on Ronald McDonald Trump, which, yes, Ronald McDonald Trump is a racist. Ronald McDonald Trump denied black people housing. He wanted the Central Park Five executed. He's a con artist. He's a pedophile. He's a rapist. He's a racist. He's done all kinds of fraud. He doesn't pay his taxes. Like they found out that he had not paid his taxes, and he's now in a lot of legal. If Trump loses this election, he's going to be in a lot of legal trouble. He's hoping that his presidency protects him. He's going to have to nearly leave the country because of all the lawsuits. He has to pay enough people to keep him from prosecuting him. And then he also gets to basically just freaking leave the country. It's going to get to that point. Trump may have to leave the country because he's got so much lawsuits. But let's not forget, Joe Biden has some dirt on him as well. He supported racist segregation against black students and stuff like that. His friends were racist. He said people like he said some of his heroes were senators who were racist and stuff like that. And let's not forget that 1994 crime bill that it was Biden's law. He architected that. Black people were heavily incarcerated. That's how the mass incarceration even began, was because of that crime bill. Yes, you're exactly right, XA. It doesn't matter who wins. This country is going to be chaos. And that's why we as black people, whoever is black in this this chat room, I know there's some spies out there. We as our black community is going to have to, even if Joe Biden wins, we don't just sit there and go back to sleep. We need to demand, and make threats saying, Joe Biden, you won the election. You don't give us what we want, we're going to try to make sure you get voted out in 2024. Or we're going to make sure you don't have enough friends in the Senate and Congress in the midterm election in 2022. Yes, you're exactly right. And none of them are for us. So,
hey JDAWG, let me let you go, man. You doing a good job, man. And salute the LB, salute to the panel in chat, man. I appreciate your receiving my email and all that, man. I appreciate y'all. Salute to y'all. Hopefully, I'll be in another live stream with you, brother.
Yeah, I hope so too. I don't know whenever the next live stream is, but hopefully I'll be there. I was hoping that other people came in because I did try to see if I could get Town Business, but I guess he was too busy or something like that. But I was hoping to get him. I did email him a couple times that I was doing a live stream, but yeah. Are you about to leave or anything? But other than that, it doesn't matter. Thank you for showing up. Thank you to all who has shown up. It's been a while since I've done a live stream, but we're going to continue on because we still got to talk about Ice Cube and other celebrities and the election, their ties with the election and stuff. But thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So we're gonna talk about Ice Cube, by the way. So he's been on the news lately, Mr. Ice Cube. He created what is called the Contract for Black America because he even saw that we need to do something, that our community is struggling, and yeah, I fear there's going to be another riot, and then it'll be. But back to the Ice Cube thing, he gave his plan to both parties, Joe Biden and Donald Trump's. Only one of them responded, and that was the Trump administration. Now, was it a door? Now, I wish Ice Cube didn't talk to Trump because I just don't trust Trump. But Ice Cube thought he was doing something because you even sometimes gonna have to negotiate with your enemies in order to get stuff done if it's going to be a benefit to you and your community, which I understand that part. The way it's done, I may not agree with it, but something got to be done because guess who's in office right now? You're going to have to eventually go to Trump to get something done because he's in office right now. So that's what Ice Cube sort of understand at the same time. Because even people like Deontay Wilder had to go to Trump in order to help pardon Jack Johnson, who deserved to be pardoned for crimes that Jack Johnson did not commit. But anyway, now Trump did come up with this platinum plan, and Ice Cube said you need to change up that plan because there's some things that I like and things that I don't like on the plan. So he even told the Trump administration that you need to change up some of that platinum plan. And it was actually a woman within the Trump administration that talked about Ice Cube talking with the Trump administration. So it wasn't Ice Cube that brought it up. It was a member of the Trump administration that brought up that Ice Cube did talk with them because they know that Ice Cube has a status being a black celebrity and that they hope they can get the votes and stuff like that. And at least he's doing what 50 Cent is not doing. See, 50 Cent, I found out, chump change, that's what I call him, is actually endorsing Trump, and he's not doing the stuff that Ice Cube is trying to do, which is actually put up a plan to help the black community, even though I really don't trust Trump. But notice a bunch of the Democratic shields and P. Diddy, who decided to endorse Ronald McDonald Creepy Joe Biden, got mad at Cube. You got Roland Bowling Ball, Porky Martin getting mad. You got Jamil Shield getting mad. You got MSNBC and CNN like Donna Lemonade getting mad and stuff like that. All them suckers, all them Democratic demon rat shields, saying he's a sellout and stuff like that. Now, yes, I disagreed with Ice Cube talking to the Trump administration, but did Ice Cube ever say that he was endorsing Trump? I don't think so. Yeah. Well, I can't vote for either as well. But it was Trump's administration that said that Ice Cube was talking to him. But they did not say that he endorsed them. They just said he was talking to them because Ice Cube did talk to Biden's team. But Biden's team was like, we'll just wait till after the election. But here's the thing. Ice Cube was smart enough to know we can't wait till the election. We can't wait till after the election. We need stuff done now because Ice Cube even knows what if Biden loses the election by some you know something that causes Biden to lose the election, some kind of incident that causes Biden to lose. See, Ice Cube was like, what if you lose? Or what if you just all of a sudden decide not to help anyway after the election? Ice Cube even knew that that was not going to be, yeah, that's right. That's right. J.S. Hine Random. He just talked to them, not endorsed them. See, Biden didn't want nothing. In other words, the Democrats didn't want nothing to do with Ice Cube's plan. That's what they really said. So Ice Cube felt disrespected and said, "Okay, you know what? I'm going to see Trump actually is trying to get black votes. I'm going to see if he really wants the black votes. Let's see what he has to say about the plan." And Trump, as much as I despise Trump was like, maybe we could create something with your plan. It may not be your plan entirely, but we can make up something similar to your plan or something with some things with your plan in it that the black community might like, even though it might be a bunch of BS. And that's what led to the Platinum Plan. So as much as I despise Ronald McDonald Trump, his party was willing to listen to Q, and that's why they are angry. Because, and then you got some of these Democratic shields, but to the Democratic shields, why didn't you tell Joe Biden to talk to Trump, the Ice Cube, and work with Ice Cube? That's what the Democratic shield should have told the Biden. You need to work with Ice Cube. He got this plan that could help us get black votes. You really need to work with Ice Cube. The Biden team said, no, we're not going to do it, at least not right now. And that's why they're mad. That's why they're mad, because he talked to them, the Democrats, first, before he went to Trump. I don't know if LB said that he has a phone call right now. So I don't know. Like I said, to anyone who wants to join in, I'll, like I said, that I don't know if I still have if anyone wants to join in, I still have the link to come in the just in the chat room. So I think LB is in a conference. I mean, talking to someone on his phone right now. Yeah, that's why a lot of people saying that neither Republicans or the Democrats deserve our vote, because barely any of them wants to actually do something for our community. See, now us as a community have realized we're not just going to just surrender the vote like that with ease. Now this time you actually got to fight for our vote. And that's exactly what we should have been doing. We should not be just handing our vote off. This time is actually for sale. You're not going to do anything for our community, then why should we continue to vote for you? And that's what we've been telling both parties. But now we only told that to the Republicans. Now we're starting to tell that to the Democrats. Yeah. If Trump does lose, you got those redneck hillbilly Trump supporters threatening civil war if Trump loses. But first of all, it's all Trump's fault. It's all Ronald McDonald's Trump fault. He didn't want to deal with the pandemic. He allowed the economy to be destroyed. He wants to get rid of health care. he wants to put corruption and power and stuff like that, and the people said enough was enough. So it's really Trump's fault. But then these supporters of his are gonna get mad and say that they're gonna threaten a civil war and stuff like that because Trump was doing stupid stuff that cost them the election. Now he wants to even try to cheat to maintain victory. That goes to show you that he's a chump. He's a coward. Ronald McDonald Trump is a coward, and he is not a fit leader. I mean, neither is Biden because, you know, he also has dementia and stuff like that. And that's why karma came to Ronald McDonald Trump when he ended up catching the coronavirus and stuff like that. So, yeah, so that's what's happening. But some of these same celebrities who are mad at Ice Cube are doing a lot more stupid stuff. Matter of fact, I do want to show you. Let me see. Let's see if I can find it first. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try to find it first. I just forget where hold on a second. All right. That's not it. Sorry, this is going to take some time real quick. I'm trying to find a video that I need some people to see.
You still there, JDAWG?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm trying to find a video that's on Facebook about some stupid celebrities, and I'm gonna point out that people are mad at Ice Cube, but they're not mad at some of the stupid stuff that other celebrities have been doing. First of all, I want to know your take on the Ice Cube situation. First.
No, Ice Cube. Look, Ice Cube didn't do anything wrong. Okay, in my opinion, he put it out there, and whoever listened to it, you know, that's who's gonna get the attention. You know, Joe Biden basically was like, "Well, we got to wait till after the election." What do you mean you got to wait till after the election? So I can wait till after the election for me to vote for you, right? Like I was gonna vote for you in the first place, but you know, if I was gonna vote for you, I'll wait till after the election to vote for you. How about that?
Yeah. Now I want to show you something about what other celebrities are doing. So you got these stupid celebrities doing this thing called strip down naked for naked ballots, but y'all want to be mad at Ice Cube. But here's what other Hollywood celebrities are doing that's extremely stupid. I'm
naked. I am completely butt-ass naked.
I'm naked.
I'm like naked.
There isn't a man behind me. These are my hands.
Why you want me to be naked?
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Buffalo, put your clothes on.
To be honest, I wish I could cover my hands with my boobs, but here we are.
I'm here to talk to you about voting. Did you know that ballots could be naked?
And if you don't do exactly what I tell you, your ballot could get thrown out.
This is my ballot. Just got it.
First of all, when your ballot comes, you're supposed to read the instructions.
Read and follow the instructions that come with your ballot.
If they say to use a black pen, use a black pen.
I know that's like literally the least sexy thing a completely naked person could say, but
I have crumb like a can of Pepsi. This problem?
Number 2.
in some states like Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. There are 2 envelopes you have to stuff your ballot in. Otherwise, it's called a naked ballot.
Naked ballots. And you don't want to have one of those.
Number 3, mail your ballot in.
You know what? I can't watch any more of this.
Please don't. Please get rid. What the fuck is that?
Yes, don't worry. Hold on. I'm going to try to get rid of it. Yes. What you saw is
Trump?
what others. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, this is what other celebrities are doing, but they want to get mad at Ice Cube. Ice Cube ain't doing stupid stuff like that.
What in the devil was that?
So, yes, it's some stupid old campaign about naked ballots and stuff like that.
Jesus
I'm glad
Christ.
I get. Yes. And yes, unfortunately, that's what other celebrities are doing at Hollywood, but they want to be mad at Ice Cube for actually, doing something that actually evolves with policies that can help our community, not doing stupid stuff like strip naked and whatsoever. But that's the unfortunate, sad part.
You can't make this stuff up, man.
Yes, but nope. Yeah, I cannot. Nope. I will leave a link to that if maybe you want to use it for your own.
Who came up with that idea, man? The Angela Rye come up with that idea?
I'm not sure who came up with that idea, but it's a stupid idea. The only smart person happens to be the weirdest character ever, Borat.
Yeah, really?
That shows you how downhill society has become.
Oh, my God.
I actually did a separate video on that. But yet y'all want to call Ice Cube a sellout. I want to show you something else. I'm going to try to find it, though. Yeah, let me see. All right. Oh, all right, here it is. Now I'll just have to share the screen again. To everyone who's calling Ice Cube a sellout, look at his family, and look at Kamala Harris's family at the bottom. And shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins for pointing this out. Hold on, I'm going to see if I can enlarge that photo. Right here. All right. Ice Cube actually has a black family, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. A black wife, black children. And then look at the bottom, Kamala Harris's family. The savior of the black community, the not so savior, Kamala Harris.
And they're not even her kids.
They're not her kids? Oh, well, I mean, yeah, look at them. They would have had some kind of mixture if they were actually her kids. And look at Ice Cube, her kids, his wife. Look at Kamala Harris, Chameleon, her husband, her kids, or her stepkids.
Yeah,
So,
the black
shout out
community.
to Boyce Watkins for calling this out.
Yeah, because we lost sight of who's the real sellout here. But then again, to be sellout, you first got to be black. And since Kamala Harris is black, since Kamala Harris ain't black, then we can't call her a coon. We can't call her a sellout, but we can't call her a racist, though.
Yeah, in a way, yes.
Same thing with Cardi B. Cardi B ain't black. She made it known that she's not black. So why are we sitting up here calling her a coon and a racist and all? No, a coon and a sellout. Kamala Harris and Cardi B are racist, okay? They're culture vultures.
Yep, and so is people like DJ Vlad. He got canceled recently.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, the hell with him too.
Yeah. Hey Jay. Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, thank you for Afrocentric Autonomy TV. I liked it what she said. Hey Jay. Yes, thank you. Welcome to the show. All right, so I actually got two more topics I want to bring up. I want to bring up the vaccine situation, and then but first I want to talk about um the kidnapping attempt of the Michigan governor. Actually three if you also count Kyle Rittlehouse. So Kyle Rittlehouse, they found out they're not going to charge him for the shooting in the state of Illinois, even though he came from there and went to Wisconsin and shot out the white Black Lives Matter protesters. And he's 17. It's illegal for him to carry a weapon, but he's not going to be charged in the state of Illinois. Then, speaking of, you got other militiamen tried to kidnap the Michigan governor. They even tried to come over to the state I live in to kidnap our state's governor, Ralph Northam, which will be kind of karma. This is just one of two karmas because for wearing blackface years ago, he got sick with the virus and he was almost about to be a victim of a kidnapping attempt. That's two sets of karmas on Ralph Northam, by the way. But what do you have to say about the kidnapping attempt of the Michigan governor?
Man, that was insane. Man, I mean that was straight out of a dang on Tom Clancy novel, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't make that up.
Nope, you can't. All right, now I did say I wanted to bring up the vaccine situation. So as you know, they're trying to force the vaccine. They're trying to bring up the vaccine and stuff like that. And you notice that a lot of Black people are actually doing the right thing and actually ignoring the virus trials. Only 3% of Black people are actually going to those trials.
Really?
Yep. That's because we've been warning people the dangers of some of these vaccines. So we in social media and a lot of people in the new Black media have actually warned people about the vaccines, that we're actually not just going in droves to those vaccine trials. And thank God a lot of us are not going to these vaccine trials blindly, because now Johnson & Johnson has to stop their trials because of unexplained illnesses. See, this is why we've been warning people not to be trusting these vaccines and not be trusting chumps experiments, because they're trying to push the vaccine too fast because they want to get rid of the COVID because they think it's hurting the economy and stuff like that. And we've been warning people about these vaccines and about attempts at doing another medical experiment on Black people. That's why the Africans called out those two French scientists because we were not going to be the guinea pigs. And now we found the reasons why we should not try to be guinea pigs, because now you have Johnson & Johnson have to stop their trials because of unexplained illnesses.
They think we're stupid. They think we could just sit up there and just bleep and blindly just take some random ass vaccine. We ain't like these palm colored people that sit up there and inject bleach because Donald Trump said so. Nah.
Yep. And that's why only 3% of us actually showed up, which is good, because if we didn't warn the people, if a lot of people didn't warn, more of us would have showed up at those trials.
Yeah.
And that's why they would keep saying that Black people were disproportionate for the virus and stuff, that we were it's like we had the most infections. That's not true. We're at the biggest risk is because of our living environments, because we have been we're the poorest with healthcare and stuff like that. So that doesn't mean we have the most viruses affections. And I mean, look at Africa. Look at the Caribbean. They actually have the least cases. It's the European nations and here in America that has the most cases because Africa and the Caribbeans know how to actually did the thing, actually handled their coronavirus situations, and that's why less people died in the countries of Africa and the continent of Africa and the Caribbean because they actually knew what they're doing and actually because they locked up shut down the country to keep people from coming in, and that's why they have the least cases. They know how to handle pandemics. It was America and Europe that couldn't handle pandemics, and that's why America has the most cases. But they wanted Ronald McDonald Trump wanted to call Africa S-hole countries and stuff. But right now, America has become an S-hole country.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep. So, Ronald McDonald Trump and American public cannot be going around attacking Africa. Oh, okay. So, XA Ganji 23 says that China is making a vaccine too, but I do not trust them either because they put us in this mess. Yes, that's why Trump was calling it the China virus because it started in China. And you know that they were messing with experiments over there and stuff like that. And I bet you they wanted to put the virus in Africa because they're trying to take over Africa and stuff. I bet you that this was actually a bio warfare attack by the Chinese. A lot of people are saying that.
Mm-hmm.
But believe that's all the topics I just wanted to talk about. Um Yeah, I think that's all the topics I wanted to talk about today. So, what you think about what's been going on lately?
It's insane what's going on right now, man. I mean, just flat out insane. It's almost too much. It's almost overwhelming, you
Yeah,
know. So I just think we just got to stay focused on what we got to like on our tangibles and things like that. Because to me, all this other stuff is out here is distractions and whatnot.
yeah, that is exactly correct.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of your body. Because this thing out here is still real. No matter how much the president try to like downplay it and make it out to be a hoax or whatnot, you got to take care of your bodies. We got to take care of each other. We got to look out for each other, and we just got to stay focused and eliminate distractions, man.
Exactly correct. All right. So, of the people who are still here, meaning the both of us, I'm about to close up shop. So, any closing statements you want to bring up?
Hey, man, I just want to say I appreciate you letting me on your platform. We get to chop it out. We got to do a little bit more of these, man.
Yeah, I hope so. My closing statement is it's been a while since I've done a live stream. I hope to bring more live streams like this. And I hope more people showed up. There were other people I was hoping would show up, but maybe next time. Thank you for coming over to the live stream. Um, Make sure y'all subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, share the live stream, especially for those who just showing up. You can, if you've missed anything, there will be a playback. It will eventually be uploaded so you can watch the whole thing from start to finish. Um, but thank you for coming over to the live stream. Keep supporting my channel. We're trying to reach to 1,000 now. But thank you for coming over to all the guests, Jay. And make sure y'all subscribe to LB. LB, if you would like to, you can put your channel in the link if you like to. Make sure you subscribe to LB. Also, make sure you subscribe to Jalen, brother Jalen. Let's see if I'm gonna find his channel real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look for his channel. I'm going to put his channel in the link. So just for the fact that he showed up as well. I don't think JM.
No, he don't have a channel.
Yeah, I think he just has an account. Shoot, I'm trying to find Jalen's channel. So I want people to subscribe to him. I want people to subscribe to him, but you can put your channel as well so that people will follow, because you do notice that YouTube get rid of the part where you can go to the person's channel and stuff like that. I eventually found his channel, by the way, or at least one of his channels. A couple of his channels, yeah. So I'm gonna put the link to Jalen's channels. So yeah, make sure y'all go to LB's channel. Also, the links. This is Jalen's channel. Yeah, go to Jalen's channels as well. Subscribe to him. The links are in the comment section, the chat room. And I might even put them in the link in the description box whenever I get the chance as well. So that's all I have to say. So yeah, subscribe to Jalen, subscribe to LB. Thank you for coming over. I'm about to end this live stream.
All right, homie.
All right.
I appreciate you.
For everyone who showed up. All right. Yeah, appreciate to everyone that showed up. I'm about to end this live stream. This is JDAWG. Thank you for coming over. And I hope to catch y'all in another video or live stream. Peace, everyone. So about to get off. Thank you for watching. Peace, everyone.